Hello everyone, welcome to JIB CIB English Medium. My name is Aarti and I hope you all are doing good. So this is your target series where we are completing your important concepts. Along with that, we are also discussing MCQs based on that. And today we are going to start new unit, that is unit 26, important topic. And this topic is your equipment leasing and lease financing from your module C. Now, if you are planning to give November 25, then you can subscribe to our channel so that you can get the benefit of this series. So let's start then today's topic. So first thing we need to understand, that is the meaning of lease. You must have heard that we can purchase the goods or you can take the goods on rent. Yes? So when you are taking goods on rent, are you getting any ownership? The answer is no. You are only getting the right to use it. Yes, as per your agreement. And that agreement will tell you in how many years you need to return it or you need to vacate that area. So there is your rent agreement. The same concept we need to apply in your leasing, in your lease. So lease means what? Here, a lease is a contract. A lease is a contract under which one party agrees to allow use of its property to another party for a specific period of time on agreed payment terms. For example, let's take one more example. If I want one flat, yes, I want one flat, and this flat is available for suppose 15,000. Correct? Now, here one flat is available and this is the building known as ABC building. Here one flat is there and I like that flat. So if I am taking that flat on a rental basis, what I need to do? This building belongs to this ABC person. Yes, Mr. ABC person, and he is the owner. But I want, yes, to take that flat on a rental purpose. So here on a monthly basis, I will pay rent. Then only he will allow me to use it. Yes or no? So here this situation that I'm creating, that is your lease situation. When you are not purchasing it, you are not the owner, but you are getting the right to use that asset, to use that property. The same thing we are doing under lease. So here, lease is a contract under which one party agrees to allow use of its property to another party. So here one party who is agreeing is your Mr. A, B, C. Yes, and that person is allowing me to use this building. Yes, to use this flat. And another party here is CA Aarti. Yes, because he is giving me this flat on a rental purpose. And suppose I want this flat for 2 years. Correct? Specific period of time on agreed payment terms. What agreed payment terms? Rupees 15,000 per month. Okay, so this is the definition of lease. Now under lease, we have three important terms. Generally, you know it, Mr. ABC is known as landlord. Yes, and whatever payments I'm making, that is my rental payment. Yes, that is my rent. So in your lease, we have some specific terms that we need to use. You cannot use landlord, you cannot use owner. Yes, you cannot use rent payment. We need to use that specific term. Now let's talk about those specific terms. So first one that we are going to talk, that is your lessor. Next, lessee. And the last one, the third term, which is important for you, that is lease rental. These are the three important terms that you need to remember when you are reading lease. And in exam, they ask direct questions based on these three terms also. They can ask definition, they can ask this specific terms. So now let's talk about each of this term. So first one is your lesser. Yes, let's talk about the first one, that is your lesser. Here lesser is the one, the property which owns the, the party which owns the property. As per this example, who is the owner of this property, of this building? I'm the owner or Mr. ABC? Mr. ABC. Yes, so here your Mr. ABC is known as lesser. Here Mr. ABC is going to be known as lesser. Now, let's see the next term, that is lessee. The party which gets right to use the asset. Now, who is getting the right? I am getting the right or Mr. ABC is getting the right to use that flat? We have understood ABC, he is the owner and he is giving me right to use that flat. Yes, so I am getting the right to use it. So here CA Aarti is your lessee. Yes, I am going to be here lessee. And every month I need to pay 15,000. Yes, so that payment, that rent amount is known as lease rental. Agreed payment for the right to use the property, that is this rental income, that is rental, or you can say lease rental, rupees 15,000. Okay, these are the important terms, you need to remember it. Let's take one more example, and now it's your turn and you need to tell me who is here lesser, who is here lessee, and what is your rental income or rental or lease payment. Okay, let's take one more example. Here is Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, he owns one property near that Juhu beach, correct? He owns one house near that Juhu beach. Now, I want, yes, here is your CRT. Now, I want this Juhu Beach bungalow on rent. Yes, so Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, he is the owner of that, but I want that bungalow on rent. So he said, of course, you can take this, and the payment you need to make if you are using it, that is rupees, suppose 10,000. Correct? Now, it's your turn. You need to tell me who is lesser here. Lesser. Mr. Amitabh, 10,000 or CR? Tell me, who is lesser here? Very good. Mr. Amitabh. Yes, Mr. Amitabh. So, as per lesser definition, who is going to be lesser? Who owns it. Yes, or controls it. Yes, owns the property, controls the property. Who is lessee here? Who is getting the right to use that house? CART. So who is going to be here lessee? I am going to be here lessee. Yes, because I am receiving right to use. And lease rental, that is 10,000. This is lease rental. Okay, so these are the important terms which you need to remember under lease. So let's see the next topic, that what are the features of a lease. Again, first thing, that is, it is a legal binding contract containing the terms on which one party agrees to allow use of its property by another party. Now, when I want that Juhu Beach bungalow on rental purpose, here we will create one, written document, written agreement we will create. And as per that agreement, we will be getting legal binding contract. Yes, this is the proof if anything happens, against that contract. any person can sue. Mr. Amitabh ji can sue me if anything is against that, agreement. Even I can sue him if anything goes against that agreement. So here the proof is your that lease agreement, that those papers. Okay, now next. It guarantees the lessee use of the property and guarantees the lessor regular payments. So here two things are happening. First, Mr. Amitabh will get every month 10,000 rupees as that rental income, lease rentals. On the other hand, every month I am receiving the right to use that property. Correct? So that is the second thing. A lease can be residential lease, like I am taking just now, which is normally same for all tenants, or commercial lease, which is often various types. We will see what commercial lease is and what are the different leases. Then last is breaking a lease contract involves legal consequences, because here it is creating a legal bounding on both the parties. So these are the features of a contract, of a lease. Next, types of leases. So we have basically two major bifurcation, you can say here. The first one is your accounting lease and the next one is your commercial lease. So how we bifurcate this types of leases? A, accounting leases. B, commercial leases. Now, accounting leases, under this again you have two types, that is operating lease and finance lease. If we talk about commercial leases, we have leveraged lease, domestic lease, international lease, cancelable lease, non-cancelable lease, and sale and leaseback transaction. So these are the types of leases. So let's start with the first one, that is this one. We are starting with commercial leases. Okay, we are not starting with this part. We are starting with commercial leases and their types. So the first is your leveraged lease. Now, whenever you see this term, leveraged, means here some debt is involved. Some borrowing is involved. Okay? Always remember this. Whenever leverage term is used, some debt or some borrowing thing is going to be there. Okay. Now, as per this lease, let me tell you what we have seen just now, that here is a Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Yes. Here is your CA Aarti. Mr. Amitabh is your lessor. CA Aarti is your lessee. Correct? Mr. Amitabh owns one house. Correct? And he is giving me the right to use this house. This is the normal lease scenario we have seen. But under leveraged lease, there is one more thing. There is one more extra thing which you are going to see. And that is here, Mr. Amitabh will take the help from, suppose, SBI Bank. Yes, now what is happening? Here, Mr. Amitabh wants to purchase this house so that he can give this house on a rental purpose. So, what is the flow here? Again, I am repeating. Mr. Amitabh, he is taking, yes, loan. He is taking loan or he is borrowing from loan and he is purchasing that house so that he can give me that house on a rental purpose. And if this is the situation, as a lessor, you are also borrowing from someone else to purchase one property which you can use for a rental purpose, then this type of a scenario is your leveraged lease. Lessor borrows money to purchase an asset and then lease that asset to the lessee. Yes, lessor Mr. Amitabh Bachchan borrows money to purchase an asset, correct, from SBI Bank, so that lease that asset to the lessee, to your CA Aarti. Correct? So ownership of the asset still remains with the lessor. Who is the owner? Mr. Amitabh only. So here we can see there are three parties. One, lessor, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, lessee, CA Aarti, and the lender. Yes, so lessor here is your Mr. Amitabh. Lessee, CA Aarti, and lender here is your bank. Okay, so this is your leveraged lease. Then next is your domestic and international lease. Domestic means when all parties they are involved in lease transactions are domiciled in India. Mr. Amitabh is also from India. I am also from India. Our asset is also in India. So this type of a situation is your domestic lease. But suppose here international lease means if any one party is not domiciled in India. Now I want one property which is situated in Bombay, but owner is suppose your Elon Musk. And now Elon Musk is not Indian domicile person. Yes, so if I am taking property on rent from Elon Musk, Tesla owner, Elon Musk, yes, and he owns one property which is situated in Mumbai, Juhu Beach, and I want that property. Yes, now CA Aarti is also from India only. Yes or no? But here your lessor is from outside India. In this situation, this is your international lease, or you can say cross-border lease. Cross-border lease. Then next is your cancelable lease. It is cancelable as per the terms contained in the lease agreement. You can cancel it easily. But non-cancelable lease means totally opposite. It can only be cancelled upon the occurrence of some remote contingency or with the permission of the lessor. Mr. Amitabh or Elon Musk can only cancel it. Or if some uncertain situations are there, like COVID, on that situation you can cancel it. Or if the lessee enters into a new lease for the same or an equivalent asset with the same lessor. Now I don't want this Juhu Beach house. I want Delhi. Yes, one property of Mr. Amitabh or Elon Musk, they holds in Delhi. I want that property. So I'm entering same transaction with the same person, but new place. So in these three situations, I can see there is a non-cancelable act, but then also we can cancel it to get the new lease terms. Okay, so this is your non-cancelable lease. And the next one is your wet lease and dry lease. Wet lease and dry lease. So wet lease, the lessor operates the equipment and is responsible for its insurance, maintenance, etc. Means here, Mr. Amitabh, though he said that Miss Aarti, you can use that house, but all insurance payment, yes, repair, maintenance, all these things belongs to Mr. Amitabh only. He will take care of those things. But in case of dry lease, yes, things are going to be opposite. Here, all your insurance, maintenance, etc. Who will be responsible for these activities? Your lessee. Means under dry lease, CAR means I am only going to be responsible for maintenance, repairs, everything. And in dry lease, yes, in dry lease, who is responsible? I am responsible. But in wet lease, owners are only responsible for maintenance, for insurance, for everything. So these are the few commercial leases. On the same note, we have two more types of leases based on accounting perspective. Okay, so I'm not starting this one, that is your finance lease and your operating lease. We are starting with few MCQs. Now let's understand how much we have understood till now. So let's solve one question. A lease is a contract under which A. Ownership is permanently transferred. B. Property is gifted to another party. C. One party allows use of its property to another party for a period. D. Property is sold to the lessee on EMI. So tell me, under this particular question, they're asking the definition, the meaning of lease. And as per this, correct answer is your answer C. One party allows use of its property to another party for a project. Correct? So correct answer is your answer C. Then, the party that owns the asset and gives the right to use it under a lease. Here they want to know the party who owns the asset and gives the right to use it. Yes, the owner is giving the right to use to be used by someone else. So the person who is giving all these things, who is the owner, that is what? Lessee, tenant, owner, lessor. Correct answer is your lessor. So you need to identify that specific term. Okay, please look for that specific term because already we have seen here. So correct answer is your answer D. You need to identify the most appropriate term. Correct answer is your answer D. Next, the periodic payment made by the lessee to the lessor is called installment, lease rental, interest, rent. Again, I am saying identify the most appropriate term. Most appropriate. Though you can say rent is also the same. No. We are solving this question based on lease. See, they are using the terms like lessee, lessor. So, correct answer is your lease rental. Correct? Correct answer is your answer B. Next. Okay. So, this is a quite lengthy question. So, which of the following statements are correct regarding types of lease based on the domicile of parties involved? First, in a domestic lease, all parties involved in the lease transaction are domiciled in India. Second, an international cross-border lease involves at least one party not domiciled in India and includes additional risk such as country risk and currency risk. A, only statement 1 is correct. B, only statement 2 is correct. C, both statements 1 and 2 are correct. D, neither statement 1 nor 2 is correct. Everyone, now it's your turn. What do you think? So here, if you read the first one about the domestic lease, when both the parties, both the parties are domiciled in India. So here, parties involved in the lease transactions are domiciled in India. So this is true. Okay. Then, an international cross-border lease involves at least one party not domiciled in India. Includes additional risk such as country risk, currency risk. Of course, when you are dealing with Elon Musk, that time currency risk, foreign exchange rates, everything you need to follow. So this is also true. So correct answer is your answer C. Answer C. Both these statements are correct. Now remember one thing, if you are planning to give November 25, then your registrations are already started. Okay, so make sure you are registering before 21st August. Correct? And apart from that, start your studies now, start your preparation now, because now you have only August, September, October. Now, how you can complete this concepts? For that, you can visit to our official website. You can join our new batch. Okay, so for that, JAIIB CAIIB, JAIIB November 25, you need to click. You can see here, JAIIB Mahapack 2.0 we have, JAIIB Increment Mahapack we have, then officers in a black background and in blue background again officers batch. So here we are talking about officers blue background batch. Here your conceptual study, yes, revisions, MCQs, everything we are covering. But remember one thing, this is only a conceptual batch. Apart from that, you will receive unit-wise test, then you will receive self-study notes. Correct? So, if you want to enroll it today, you can click on buy now. But remember, don't pay 4,443 directly. Before purchasing this or paying this amount, you can use one coupon code. That is Y895. 895. As soon as you are applying this Y895, you can see you need to pay only 4,040 rupees. That is the benefit of using the coupon code. So make sure you are using this coupon code while purchasing this officer's batch or any Maha pack. Then only you can receive maximum discount, and in your Maha packs you can receive double validity. So start your preparation as soon as possible. And if you have any further queries, you can ask me through the comments also. With this, I'm winding up this session.